Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Hopefully about to have the last of the issues from the OBS update resolved and working for today. If not, then I'll find out some more things are not working yet and I'll have to fix them. So we got Timmy, of course, waiting on his little treat right here, his little favorite, second favorite, the favorite treat, because his favorite thing is actually his dental chew stick to keep his teeth clean. So it's his toothbrush is his favorite treat. This is the second favorite treat. You want your treat? I'll put it right here on the foot. Let me get your camera fixed a little better. There we go. Yeah, look right there. You gonna eat it? Yeah, he is. He's gonna eat it. So we're gonna do some more streaming of Eden Crafters today, and I still haven't quite finished the outpost, even though I tried hard to get that done last week. Ran into the very last group, and then I came up with more stuff to put in, and I ran out of supplies. I've got pretty much the conveyor system all done, except for, of course, the final production elements, and I just keep running out of supplies on certain things because if it was Satisfactory, I'd be focusing on flow control and such, but it's not Satisfactory, so I am just gonna do the best I can with it. But yeah, it's, for the most part, I've got the last few things kind of going. They're not completely done yet, but I've got a few things in place. Just toying with it, and it's made me realize, hey, I forgot all about this thing that I need to feed from way back there, and I forgot to. That was part of the whole using Claude thing. Claude did not plan out things quite as cleanly as I had hoped, and it did not diagram out things as anywhere close as it would hopefully have done. But it's still early. Maybe in a year Claude will be able to give you a nice detailed diagram of exactly what to do and how to split everything and how many items per minute you need in certain places. So it is what it is. This AI, it saved me some trouble having to plan it out manually, which was my whole point there of doing that. But we'll go ahead and dive in and just let people join in as they can. Just waiting for OBS. Still, for some reason, does not like this game as far as picking up the video. Is it ever going to pick up? Oh man, come on. Oh, there it goes. Finally. It's probably only like 5 seconds, but it felt more like 15. So yeah, I do have, at least on the top side here, I've got some of these going. Which did take a little bit of work because I was running out of like frames and such. You can see I'm running out of, or I didn't get the carbon fiber yet. And then I've got this split that's got to go there. I put so much effort into everything up to this point that I've lost steam on getting more built, and I just kind of like, okay, I need a break. It's at that point, if it was Satisfactory, I'd stop playing if I had to just keep working with this. But fortunately, it's not Satisfactory, and we've got some new places to go explore. But nonetheless, I do have good amount of supplies going in places. It's just some stuff is taking longer to produce than might be preferred, especially for some people. But all of these are done. Everything is connected all the way to the very end. I just gotta finish setting it up, and then hey, this is done, except for a few little tidbits here and there that we unlock as we go, which is what we're going to do today. I'm going to go into the irradiated areas because we hadn't done that yet. I've got the shield for it, so I should be okay. It's just I have not actually gone and done that yet. Can I get into my inventory? Yes, I can do it that way. So yeah, I got the radiation shield already from before getting the supplies I needed for that, which main thing was the amethyst thing was to produce the radiation isolant. And so now, yeah, we can actually go and use it. Go again. This is where you gotta go to the plant analyzer. I feel like this used to have more radiation throughout this area. Now it's less, maybe because I changed a few things. But yeah, I need to go to the irradiated area. And then we have, I don't know why the map can't be the same on both. You have to go here for it. I do need to build also in the coldest area, which looks to be right here. And I'm not sure if that's where my little base is or not. It is, yeah, it's right there. So I just need to build the little climate thing. If I can build one of those to raise the temperature, it's just gonna take the one I need power. That's it. It will take care of the climate there. And then there's a radiation cleanser thing I unlocked, so I can go clean up radiation. And then, you know, I'm assuming we're gonna have some resources down here, because that's where it was, right? Yeah, down here in the corner. We're just gonna go over there and kind of, I'm not gonna, I guess, unless there's like I got the radiation shield, maybe it slows things down, or maybe it's like with the hot area, at some point it gets a little like, oh hey, radiation surge, and now you are dealing with the radiation. Also, I thought about playing around a bit with the vehicles, the little driving vehicles, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm disappointed in the way the garage works. I'm disappointed in these. These are not what it should be. Let's show you the hangar. That's puny, and connecting them together, like building them side to side, does not extend it out like it does with the habitat modules. And you can custom build, but the door is still a little door. And even if you put them side by side, it doesn't extend the door. They still have a gap, so you end up still having one little door. So I'm not a fan of the way the hangars work. Plus, when you build the hangar, it actually replaces part of the ground there. It takes out part of your blocks, and if you remove it, then you leave yourself a big gap. So yeah, not a fan of the way the hangars are done. I feel they should be completely redone, ground up, because that's not good. I mean, it's not even enough hangar to fit a ship in there, and you should have a way to fit the ship in a hangar. I mean, it's a ship, should go in a hangar. It's a vehicle, should fit in a vehicle hangar. Does not. Let's go in here. Or is that thingy? Or where is it? There it is. Climate regulator. I'm just missing sensor array, so may actually be okay on those. But we're gonna go. There's like one little radiated area right there, but we're gonna go with that because that's very, very busy. Like I probably just passed by the radiations, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead into this little area, and I'm hoping the notification went out for everybody to join in. Starting to wonder if YouTube didn't send any notifications out like they are supposed to. Okay, we're getting a haziness, so that's a either weather change or a good sign that I am into a radiated section. You know, we'll just park here. It doesn't look like there's a lot of resources. But uranium ore. So now I can craft that. High capacity battery. That looks to be like the one I use for my suit and my tool, which is very much needed. I seem to run out of power a lot. Rock deposit. It's not exactly a rock. It's like a little skipping stone. What are you talking about? Cobalt ore, iron ore. Oh, you know what? 2. Okay, phosphorus. So I'm finding that down here. Basalt. Yeah. Not seeing any uranium deposits though. Yo, Bryson. Thanks for joining. Let's go. Slow flyby. Kind of look for anything that looks a very greenish rock outcrop. I mean, uranium's got a green color to it. I would assume it's going to have a green tint to the deposit. You just got No Man's Sky? Well, good. Did you get it on sale, though? I mean, if you pay full price, then kudos. You know, you support the developer. And that's definitely going towards helping with their next game. But, yeah, discount's the way to go on it. Because they always do a regular discount. I know, I got it for, you know, on sale half off, $30 when I bought it. And it's been worth more than that compared to the amount of time and fun I've gotten from that game versus other games that have cost more. Okay, that's just regular grabbable stuff, but interesting, there's a whole pile of uranium ore here. Just amongst a bunch of quartz. Or that's the indicator I'm supposed to drill down and go underground here to find a deposit. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's not going to be surface area deposits. I'm going to have to actually dig down to find it. That would be at least one little change. I'll grab uranium while I can, though. It just makes me want to dig into the mountainside anyway. Just be like, if I find a spot down here for a deposit so I don't have to come down here, dig a tunnel through the mountain so I could create like a whole train system from here to deliver uranium. First, I gotta find an actual deposit. It's definitely keeping that haziness look, but I have seen that happen in places where it was just a weather effect finally triggering because of terraformation aspect. Okay, you know what? Let's go in there. Bloop. Okay, yeah. That's not helping. And I can't build a base and a little scanner thing because that won't help because it'll say I don't have the ability to scan that yet. So maybe I need to go do some sensor arrays so I can see next objective. Well, I got to analyze some uranium ore, so 30. I need that. I get the fast spaceship, which I guess is the one like similar to the starting one, and nuclear plant, which of course for suitable use to continuously produce power, I need uranium. So I guess I need to go build that over at that base so I get the ability to scan for a large deposit and figure out how I'm gonna produce it and ship it. And hopefully, you know, I'll have something somewhere useful. This is a bad area. It's very rocky. I'm gonna go to this section over here, over this way. Yeah. Because this is also irradiated. And there's a nice open area right there. Let's just see if I can find a deposit over here. You know. I mean, that's not too bad. I get the little steamroller thing and flatten it out for a nice little base plateau. Let's see what we've got. Cobalt. Oh, it's all uranium ore. Yeah, just loose ore. I got 23. So I think that's the only thing it's adding for this area is uranium. I know it's phosphorus rocks were in the hot area and ruby in the hot area, and the cold area is diamond, amethyst, and whatever that other one is that I haven't found a deposit for yet. It seems like this is only uranium right now. A lot of rock deposits. That cave? No cave. Oh, what is that? Quartz deposit. It's more quartzy looking. What is that? Cobalt. This would be a great spot to have a uranium deposit. There's just plenty of room. Yeah, maybe it is something that, like, it's buried. That'll be an interesting change. Like, hey, yeah, you gotta dig for these. You won't just find them laying out in the open. You gotta dig down and find them. Which means you do have to have the scanner. I'm pretty sure that's not it, but, you know, let's just check. Basalt, cobalt, cobalt. Alright. So I need some sensor arrays. Then. Probably also need to go back before I drain too much power on this ship. Don't want to be stuck walking back, you know. I mean, you see, just while it's not everything, I mean, the amount of stuff I've got that large fabrication area producing, it's quite helpful. Still, just some of the higher tier items, the ones that take a lot more steps to get to, are definitely slower producing. And I don't have sensor arrays set up yet, but that's fine. I should have what I need to produce them. I got enough to do that, and obviously I don't need a lot of storage with this right now. Oh, hey, cave over there. Yeah, you know what? I'm close by. It's not a problem. Ugh. Was that a cave, or was it just a? Oh, it is a cave. Started thinking it might just be a glitch where the terrain was not rendering yet. No, we got a cave. Quartz and sulfur. Whoopee. That's it. That's all it is. Great. So exciting. Okay, I'll take the regular ship next time so I can move a little faster. Let's see how this is doing. I decided it was so slow getting some of the steel beams going, and I have them in so many items, so many things that need it right now. I was like, I've got to get something else kind of put in place to get that moving along a little faster. So, you know, I could go grab that, toss it in. My idea is to kind of fill in the warehouse so it's there, and then that way I don't have to worry about it being sent there. Everything that gets produced will be sent off to the production stuff, which will start speeding up a few other things. Sensor array, I need 40 of them. That's I got enough. So we'll do the climate regulator, and then that will unlock the scans and build me a couple spots to scan for uranium deposits. I guess we'll be doing kind of the playing around in the just irradiated area, because it also unlocks a, whereas the hot and cold I have this, the climate regulator, and the irradiated I have the radiation absorber, neutralizer thing, whatever it was called. So I have to build that so that it can clear the radiation. Granted, my shield apparently didn't have any problem handling it. I may just not hit a, maybe you know, radiation, it becomes a problem around the actual deposits where it's a large uranium deposit. So, oh yeah, you of course would have a little more radiation there. Halfway. Timmy? Oh, why is this thing not working now? So everything still is just broken with OBS. There it is, Timmy. Say hi. Again. When all else fails, hug the dog. Grr. He says, whatever, leave me alone. Let me sleep. Yep, you're like, leave me alone. Now I got to reposition. Also, that's, yeah, that's one thing. I was like, I need a bunch of iron beam because I had to make, there's something, I had to make a lot of reinforced frames for. I can't remember now what it was, but I had to do a lot of reinforced frames for something. And so I just went ahead and built it so I could do that. What I think I want to do is, like, after I get this kind of going and maybe have, here's some nuclear power, I might do it where once I find that, I might try to make this into like a tropical paradise area. It's fairly flat, not perfectly flat, but I could build like a whole little section that, you know, has train delivery to different spots, I guess, to deliver uranium. And then, well, I'll have pipe for that. I'd probably do it close to the water's edge, maybe be able to give enough coverage power-wise to do that. And then just give enough power there that I can then produce a bunch of plants. Where am I going? Yeah, okay. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Do I have that? What is it? That other one? Not diamond, because I've already got a diamond spot there. That's amethyst. What was it? There's another thing that I've been collecting out here that I couldn't find the deposit for. Diamond. Where is it? Was it sapphire ore. Yeah. I don't have like a ore deposit for that. I mean, amethyst, everything. I have no sapphire deposit showing. Yeah, none here. So maybe we don't get that in deposit form. I guess maybe. Let's see, which one was it? That. You know what? We'll throw a geoscanner on real quick. Because why not? Yeah. Hop inside, get a little warm, do that. Yeah. Again, there's just nothing sapphire related. So, how much power am I using? 32. I am using 32. This will use 600. Oh, and yeah, can't keep that. Great. Power options down here. I guess I'm gonna throw some of these on there. I just don't have any reinforced frame, so that's great. I mean, later I could do the nuclear plant, but obviously geothermal won't work here. I could do that in a moment, but solar has a problem with nighttime. I'm just gonna build it. Okay, so that's going. I need ship. There. I need to fly back and get while that's being constructed, I'll need reinforced frames, which I have the iron beams for that reason. Again, I don't know why this is, you know, supposed to be it's like a Planet Crafter knockoff. It really isn't. There's barely any terraformation aspect to the game. And there's some, but very, very minimal, as opposed to, you know, the Satisfactory style of gameplay, which is much more prominent, much greater part of the game. Because like I've terraformed that little area. Obviously the oxygen production is not dispersing through the rest of the atmosphere. The water purification does not apply beyond a small little area, even though it's all connected. And you don't seem to be required to go and build where everything is, every bit of water is clean and there's trees everywhere. You don't have to do that. Like Planet Crafter, you have to do that. Take those, and I got extra. Oh, antenna, yeah. Not the sensor array. Okay, so I need. That was 600. So I'm gonna do at least 4 of those. So wait, I was how many? Just A down there. So I need 40. Again, there are 40. Mined with Advanced Miner V2 and V3. So obviously there's a deposit somewhere. And then mined with Advanced Miner V3. So obviously there's a deposit for it. I just haven't found them. But surprisingly, thinking about it now, Like, I'm unlocking the uranium ore deposit as far as my scanner when I get this environment thing running. So what did I do for the sapphire? Because I don't remember seeing it for sapphire. I remember it was amethyst, and then just diamond was kind of there. So am I like in just the wrong part of the cold area? It's not the right cold area. It's like the coldest region is not the best region for that. Maybe not all through here, but I know with that water, I could get far enough in probably to make it powered enough to cover a good chunk. I gotta see how far out the radiation or nuclear power plant provides power. And hey, you can actually see a block for the building. Okay. Oh, let's just make sure that should cover, yeah, the whole area. So it's just, I don't have enough power. We're gonna fix that. Yeah. And it's windy, as I can hear. So I am producing 870 of the 616 I need. So now it's just a time factor. I just gotta wait for that environmental thing to take care of everything. It does take a couple minutes to get, you know, up to speed. Oh. Of course, it makes sense to be at the very, like, top of the mountain. I can land. Is that? No, it's amethyst. I saw the crystal sticking up. I got hopeful. Obviously, though, it says I can mine it, so it's here somewhere. Oh, God. I'm going to the... I think this is the big mountain. Yeah. We're going to go to the very top of the big mountain. So, hey Joe, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for joining. Come on, land. Yes, stay right there like that. Yeah, I don't know if I will actually really care about being up here, but hey, why not? Just because I can. Ooh, I know I need I gotta have something that gets it up above ground level a bit. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go. No, not that. It's just a, no. Place. And, base. Living compartment. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Apparently I was jiggling over there. Let's go right there. Yeah. The Martian? Yeah, I've seen it. It's a really good one. That's one I like for Matt Damon. Yeah, I think that was a good one. He was a good choice in the end for that. But, you know, this I guess color-wise, yeah, it does kind of have that Mars vibe for this one. There are other planets, I just haven't gone to them yet. And probably won't worry about it until the game maybe is full release. Okay, so power, and then I've got some scans. Well, you know, let's just look here. Diamond, amethyst, nothing else. I'm not getting. Maybe I have to unlock that or first. Build the climate regulator. 4 out of 5. That doesn't cover as far as the other one, or does it still work? Like I saw a number change. Okay, it changed. It's still eking its way out further. Just not quite there yet. Now give me those. So maybe when I do the radiation absorber, cleanse the radiation, that's gonna be the next thing. Kind of like that, I have to put in the radiation absorber to clean an area of 5 by 5 kilometers, or well, yeah, 5 square kilometers, so 5 by 5, and or well, no, that would be 25. That's yeah. It's something that I'm not gonna try. It's a fraction I'm not gonna worry about. But maybe I have to do that, and then I somehow get a scan for back here, which includes the ability to scan. There we go. Okay, got that. So maybe when I get the radiation done, I can scan for sapphire over here. Make me have to loop back this way. I'll do one more row, just so I have the very tip top peak. And now, okay, that'll work. Story mode, kind of. Story mode is basically these tasks. You don't have, like, you're not finding anything that... It's not like Plant Crafter where you find, like, messages and such. It's loosely themed around Plant Crafter, where you are, my understanding still, is a criminal sent here to pay your penance, and that your job is to terraform and produce stuff to send back. You know, beyond that, you're not finding, at least not right now. And it is still early access, but I feel like if they were going to do anything like that, they would already have at least some of it implemented. And from what I've seen so far, there's none. So, yeah, no, it's not quite like Plant Crafter, where you do have some story elements and like an actual storyline ending option or options in Plant Crafter. This, I don't even know there's an actual ending, because there's 5 total planets, I think, and this is just the first one. So you just kind of get done here, you move to another planet, you go try different planets, you know, different challenges, I guess. And that's about it. That's as far as I could tell so far. Hey, Jenny, it's about time. Starting to worry if you weren't gonna make it. Like, you, Felonious, and Jason all were gonna ditch me today. I was starting to get concerned. Composite beams, oh yeah, those are not being produced yet. Catalytic converters, I think I got those started, but I'm just not doing much. 1,000 megawatts. All right, well, let's look and see how much power. Nuclear plant, I got those. I can make the isolate. I don't know what the nuclear reactor is, and composite beams on any of that. Okay, so 300 water usage is not a lot, and that produces 7,200, so I can easily power with that. Question is how far it goes. And I've got to get that done so we can then unlock large diamond deposit, which I've already found. So that's one thing I've already found, which means I should be able to at least find now the You know, I don't think I need to worry about that right now. We're just gonna do a little power spot and get where I can just place it down. Boom. I don't think I actually have to build the scanner on a building to scan things. I do not. And hey, large uranium deposit. Yep, okay, I think I'm going the right direction. Yeah. No, I'm not. Turn left. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. So I was just kind of going right past them. And that is a version 3 miner that I need to put in. Sulfur. I don't care about sulfur. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay with this area. This is fairly flat, and obviously I've got, well, one right there. There's one actually by the coast. I landed there and I didn't catch that one. This is, yeah, flat little area, kind of like this region. We got 2 right there, so that's probably gonna be where I set up. I mean, there's multiple ones there. I might have to go look for that, but that may be too close up the mountainside. I'll need power just to get things kind of started, but once it's started, I get a nuclear thing going, I'll be high set. I don't have to worry about it. Felonious, there you go. Outer space aliens made entirely of gas. I mean, I guess it's, you know, what's that theory? You know, it's like, well, you know, anything's possible. We don't really know what alien life. I mean, we assume based on what we know life to be, you know, carbon based. I have seen movies where they, you know, featured aliens that were like, oh, they're not based on carbon, they're based on silicon or something like that. Let's see, was that the movie Dave Duchovny and Orlando Jones? I think it was Orlando Jones. Evolution is back like the 90s. Oh yeah, and Julianne Moore. They had aliens that were like one off from us. Can't remember. I'll remember my you know, table of the elements because I haven't had to use it since high school. So but it was like carbon, and then they were the one over, and that's what they were based on, like as far as the foundation of what made them, you know, them. So you never know what an alien life form might be based off of. So when we look for life, you know, on other planets, we're going based on what we expect it to be, you know, based on what we know will produce life. That doesn't mean that we're right, you know. So yeah, it's always possible that we could find some alien life that is, you know, the size of a planet. It's a life form the size of a planet that floats through space. We've seen that kind of stuff portrayed in movies. We could find, you know, a life form that's gas. I would think if it's gas, it would be kind of one of two things. Either you're kind of like finding a life form of electricity, that somewhere there's an element of consciousness. Yes, 64 months, Jason. Thank you for that. So, you know, you're talking like a life form built on electricity, just energy. You know, it's going to manifest in some way, and there's some element of, you know, if it has consciousness, of how that consciousness is developed and managed as far as being a, you know, life form of just energy. Like, we still don't know exactly how consciousness is generated by us. You know, we can't really define, like, this is where consciousness comes from in the human body. So it's always possible if we had like gas-based aliens, they could be conscious, or it could be a case of, you know, where it's like some kind of conscious energy or something that's holding the gas together to act as one organism, or it could be a gas-based life form where it's kind of like multicellular organisms. You know, we have organisms that are individual cells like us, but they are basically the cells that work as a colony rather than a singular multi-celled organism. It's a bunch of single-celled organisms that work together as a single colony rather than how we are termed, you know, a single organism that's a multi-cell organism. So you can always have something like it's a gas cloud where the cloud is basically the gas molecules are like the cells of the organism. Woo, look at that. So that is full. That means no more there. So if I can get some of these going, that will help. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm done with messing with this one day. I want to just get some new stuff done. I want new unlocks. I mean, look at all this stuff that's just sitting here doing nothing. I need to get something new going. Ooh, before I hit that though, I will not be changing out my power setup here. It's just too easy to not have to worry about shipping uranium over here for nuclear power. And honestly, you know, one nuclear reactor, 7,200 megawatts. That's a lot of power. I mean, that's more than I'm producing there with those two. That's more than double. That's one. So 1,400. So yeah, that's multiple of those, and I'm still not using all the power over there. So I don't need a nuclear reactor there. I might do that over here for the big platform once I get some more stuff kind of figured out for it, just so I could be like, hey, you got nuclear power here, you know, power everything in this one area. But yeah, I think the nuclear is really just for the nuclear area where I need to clean the radiation. You know, I'll just, since I have got enough, I'll just go toss it in over here, so I do have some to build using over here. There we go. So busy. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, thorium. Well, yeah, there's always a new future of electricity. So at some point, AI is going to figure out how we can capture neutrinos passing through the earth for power and use that, or some sort of tachyon collection that will then provide clean energy forever, or we'll just end up doing a Dyson sphere, you know, a partial Dyson sphere around the sun. You know, who knows what AI might do in 10 years or 20 years. I mean, it's, if you think about AI where it is now, just comparing it to the progress of graphics on computers, look at games in the 80s to games now. Granted, some games are not as graphically intense in others as others are, but you know, there's still plenty of games out there that really try to push the visual limit now. And it's just, you know, part of it comes down to, I saw a video discussing it. It was a case where, you know, some of it is people are still trying to get to be able to fully use the game engine, you know, aspect of it. So, you know, it could just be, you know, we're still same game engine now, in 10 years is still improving, you know, in terms of the quality of the games we see, because people are still developing better with it. I may have to go get that going again. I'm not sure why I have so little osmium alloy right now, but I'm gonna need, oh no, amethyst alloy. Yes, yeah, I need to get some amethyst alloy. So I just do that here. So copper ingot. But you know what? That is a good opportunity for me to say I'm going to change this around. Because I don't need any production over here. That's all being handled over to the northeast. So, you know, it's easier to go ahead and do it this way. Actually, you know, I'm just taking it all out. How about that? We're just going to redo all of this. Because I can. The inventory is full. That's fine. I'll just go ahead and get one built. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a single pickup point. Just, you know, take it over there, toss that in. Copper ingots. That's my plan, is to have this just take a bunch of copper ingots. And so, can I do... Of course, I need composite beams because I don't have those building yet. Let me get that. I'll go ahead and do... Well, you know what? It's not like I'm going to be using a ton of this. Once I get this going, I'm sure if I check really quick, somewhere down here, copper deposit, amethyst deposit. You know, I picked me another little spot somewhere to say this. Oh, uranium deposit. Hey, there's uranium down there too. Kind of hidden away, but okay. You know, maybe I'll find a spot over here. I'm just like, hey, this is a better place. You know, come up here, copper, amethyst. There's my amethyst alloy being produced. I just have to get the freaking water up there. So, you know, that's fine. I'll just leave it as that. Can I do it? Nope. Well, okay. Then here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to take that out just so I can rebuild it. And, oh, they did get that fixed at least. That's good. Used to be you couldn't target that. I'm just going to do a single splitter because we need it to split. Actually, there we go. Like, well, both of them are too not. No. Either one of them was kind of angled the way I wanted, but all right. That's going to split, and okay, that's going to provide the ore. You know what? I can always upgrade it later. We'll just stick with these. So I can forge. And then I guess, yeah, the merger. Well, the container. All right, I could just do that, I guess. Of course. Not ideal. Oh, wait. No. Because I want it to be the right amount that I can carry in the ship. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that. Okay, yeah. I can't tell if that's actually connecting or not. It's hard to tell on that. You know what? Let's just we'll do it this way. Just turn it this way. And no, did not like that. You know what? No, I got that. So, yeah, we're just gonna do the merger. right here. There. There. To there. That's it. And now, I go dump this stuff. Copper ore. I don't think I need any raw copper ore right here, you know, so that's fine. I'm just gonna dump some of that. It is easy to just destroy things in this. Also a little too easy to accidentally destroy things, but you know. Oh yeah, I never did get anything for those. Well, move over here and dump. Oh, I got a spot for that. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care. It's gonna get used up anyway. At some point, I'll end up redoing things to consolidate. Okay, so that's, yeah, that's going. I did not collect any amethyst when I was down here before, so I will have a full thing stacked of amethyst. I'll get it. Hopefully the copper will be done by the time I get back. So I take the copper. Now I got 2 containers full of each ore to produce a bunch of amethyst alloy, which I need for the radiation isolant. And I never did see what the nuclear reactor is requiring. Now he's laid out proper. Now he's like, oh God, Stretch, I know I'm on camera. He's mentioning me laid out. Oh, I can feel people's eyes looking at me. Yeah, he knows. He's like, all right, let me stretch. Be on camera. The tired fat boy. See, well, I know I got that scanner somewhere over here. That's picked up that. So there's like that one spot for uranium there. And then I got this, which, you know, it's actually fine where it's at because I got diamond there. I don't have diamond up here, but this is a little easier place to build. If I go build up on that spot, just further out from the water. So I'm going to do that where I can put, set it up for amethyst alloy. I mean, even if it just becomes a case of I'm like, okay, I'm going to produce amethyst here, and I'm just going to have a long conveyor. These down here for collection, so I don't have to go up there. I'll do it. I'll just have it set up. Here goes some water. There's the 2 spots. Here comes the conveyor back. Amethyst alloy in large quantities. And then that is the area I'm kind of thinking, if I can, with water having to be the thing to pipe along. If I could do it the right way, along 2 trunks, water come in, feed along through pipes, come in here, or come in here, feed along through pipes. Tree spreader things, what they're called, the area fertilizer. Those all through this little area with, like, say, 1 nuclear reactor in the middle, if it'll reach far enough with the power production. I'll turn this into a whole green paradise. I think there was something I had for animals too. I can't remember. I felt like there was something maybe for animal life, but I could be thinking of Planet Crafter again. not have enough? Okay. Thought it was be done by now. See where. Okay, well that is producing less than I was hopeful for. So yeah, that's the holdup. If I did just one forge, it would be full and too much in the miner, but because I did two, it can't keep up. Oh, you know, actually, go over here. Yes, toss some more food. So it was 30 I need. Yes, so I technically need 60 amethyst alloy, and I'll go ahead and get it started if I really wanted to. Maybe I have some more. Nope, I've got amethyst and all my diamonds out. So yeah, task next is radiation absorber, 200 CI of radiations. Build it over there, but of course I also will need to have power for it. It takes 1,000 power for that, so I need this because there's not enough heat over there, is my thought on this. I'd have to do something else. I mean, I could do 10 of those if I really wanted to, I guess. I don't want to do that. There is DNA replicator. Placed inside a living compartment. You know what? Let's just see if I can build this. Okay, that I can do. All right, so 4 of those. The microscope bioreactors are ones I like. Oh, I need to add those to my list of produce things at that other spot, and I haven't got them actually implemented yet. Yeah, some of it will take a while, and of course this is one I'm gonna have to build because it's amethyst alloy too. If I can get that going, I just need to go ship it in, and then I can have ceramic component. Literally, kind of my thought still is I think I am going to do a train from the northeast hot area to ship stuff back to a similar setup where I have just a lot of warehouses, probably the version 3 tier 3 ones here, and that way it'll have like, oh yeah, I got a stockpile of ceramic component, I've got 2 warehouses full of it, and if I need to, oh, I'm bringing in amethyst alloy from this other one, now it gets fed into this. Well, now I'm producing things like the advanced panel, which is the main thing I need for, I want to say it's the next conveyor speed, which obviously I'm not having a problem with that. 2 chips. I think it was 1 chip each. I've got crystal lens. Well, no, 2 more chips. Got those over there. That's using the diamond, so I don't have that mass producing yet. That'll be another thing I'll get going to the south, is diamond to crystal, and I've already got a spot there, so you know it's not a problem to find it. That I think is just the gem cutter, if I remember right, because it was just a gem cutter setup. And then microscope, I'll need 4 sensor arrays. B Gamer, hello. Thanks for joining in. Uh-oh. See if I can keep it from him noticing. You look, the little paw, the little paddling. He's dreaming, he's thinking of something. That breathing. Oh, I stopped him. His camera detector kicked in. He's like, oh no, I'm on camera again. God, why does he do this to me? Usually you see those feet start kicking a little bit, and then it becomes, and then you'll get the growling in there, but I think he's probably already realized he's on camera. Oh, no, there goes foot again. That one little foot kick. I think he's done. Crystal lens. You know, I'll just take that. There you go. One more pack. Throw in there, and one of these. Throw in there. There we go. I got a nice. I know I have them now. And I'm gonna build me a DNA replicator, which has to be inside the living compartment. Which the problem there is that means we'll have animals inside, right? They're gonna be crawling around inside my place. Maybe I don't want that. Where do they go? There. Tree saplings. Okay, so no animals. Trees. So I could just produce the trees now and decide I want to place them. You can't really see them. I feel like the background should be different, because you can't see them. They're too dark. Okay, so I got a pine tree. Maybe this is where I go into making like a custom farm to oh, well, can I? No, okay, I see up there. Yeah, go and plant trees for farming. I guess that's, you know, like I could break these down and they'll regrow at random, but I guess that's where you can make a farm and then go produce them. You don't have an automated thing. At least I don't yet. Oh, and now they're nice and bright after it's, you know, I've gone outside. Yeah, there's something glitching on that there. Okay, and I don't have any more of that, so yeah, again, I need, what was it? The isolate and composite beam, because I'm not producing that. 200 of them. I got iron beams. I've got osmium alloy. Actually, I'm gonna get osmium alloy after this. That's not a problem because I got that going there. Osmium alloy was gold and osmium. Yeah, okay. I still have separate spots to the northeast producing osmium, so I will go get, after I get the amethyst alloy done, I can get that going. That'll give me a bunch more to kind of help with that, because I am using a good bit of alloy at the other spot too right now. Oh yes, there we go. I'll talk about now. It should be a case the next time I go to get this, both of those will be full. I just do one trip, grab them, toss them over here. And there we go, copper. To produce amethyst alloy. There we go. While we wait on that, you know what? I've been thinking on it. And I got the spaceship. It's the same thing. I thought about doing this setup right here for the rover. Because, you know, it's the rover. I might need it to drive around the base as it gets bigger over here. But I don't like the hangar. So, I kind of feel like I want to do this. Question is, can I deconstruct it afterwards? If I can't deconstruct it, then that's not as useful. If I, you know, to do the tunnel drill, if I can't deconstruct it after. Yeah, fine. We'll test with the rover, because I may end up using the rover. I can deconstruct it. Okay, so that's a good sign. Oh, I probably need batteries for it. That would help. You know, good to have some gas in the car. So what we got, the high capacity battery, was that? Oh, I don't have enough uranium ore, but I do have, what? Which one? There it is. You know what? I'll put 2 in there because, hey, you know, base might get kind of big and I might need to do a lot more driving. That'd be one thing to consider with the, you know, deconstructing the vehicles is taking batteries with me to put them in the vehicles when I build them. Alright, so I come in. Wee. It's like gear shifting. Gets up to a certain point, you hear it change gears. Yeah. I think I should have made my little road divider a little bit wider. And park so it can recharge. Yes. Is not charging in there? It's not charging. So what's the point of the hanger if I have to literally put it on the charging pad separately? That's a ship platform. It's not a charging pad. But you know what? Hold on, try it. Let's just see. Where's that? That. Apparently. Oh, well, yep, that would be a problem. What? Why can't I not target right here? Okay. Apparently that is considered attached. Okay, yeah, that's not very good. Alright, let's go. Oh, ramp it. Or not. Nope, not working. Okay. Don't tell me I have to like go put them in some kind of charging pack or something. Okay, vehicle charge panel. So it can be charged. Well, that's like, okay. That seems a little redundant. Why not just have the hanger be the charging thing? And there it goes. I still feel like the hanger should be bigger. Like I can attach it there, but I can also attach it freestanding. The problem is, you know, I want to expand the hanger to be bigger. And it doesn't play the way I would think. Not the way I would do it with the little add-on stuff for the hanger. I would have made it a little bit more customizable. Unless, of course, it's meant to be just used with the cube blocks. I guess I could do that. Can sit here. Yeah, I could do that. Just build like a big old thing. The problem is still the door doesn't open very wide. It's like that's still the size of the door you get ultimately. I don't like that size. I feel like the door should be bigger. I want a bigger door. I want like a big grand door so when I drive in, I feel like, you know, king of the world, because it's like open the whole front bridge for the castle instead of just the little door to the side. 30. It was 30. Pretty sure. Ah, Timmy decided to relocate. And lick his foot. Does that foot taste good? Is that a tasty foot? It's like, yeah, I gotta dig in here and get this little nugget of something out. You know, it's funny, right now, we are perfectly warm, perfectly content. He's got his little shirt on because even with the shirt on, his ears are slightly cool. So he's not overheating. He's not getting hot. It's warm. I could be comfortable in shorts right now. Partly because I've got a space heater here running the game. But come Monday, it's going to be like a low of like in the 20s, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas today the high is in the 70s because we're about to have another big temperature plummet. Winter saying, oh no, you're not done, it's not over, I'm back. And we're gonna have a week where I gotta turn the heat back on again. Where's that other thing? There, nuclear reactor, fast rotor, refined uranium, which I can't produce here. So that's carbon refiner, that's the regular refiner, and uranium. Okay, so I'm gonna need, we need to get a uranium spot, uranium refiner. So I'm still leaning towards this right here because I know that's a flat-ish area. It's close to water. But I will pipe water in from here because there's 4. I feel like that shouldn't be that much. Get those going. Main thing is the uranium has to have a minor tier 3. So I've got the drills. AI chips. Because we're going to do 2 miners. That's probably going to be way more than I need, but, I'm planning for the idea. I think I'll end up having a train. That might be the first train setup, is to do just uranium, refined uranium, deliver it, where I can put it into reactors. I will need it there for that reactor, so reinforced frame 20. And then the laser emitter, I want to say that's ruby into the gem cutter. I think there's a reason why I don't have any available right now, because I didn't have a need for them yet. And while I've got ruby at the air spy, it's like I didn't need that many of them. So I may have to change that a little bit. I may have to add that in somewhere at the on the other spot to produce. Well, no, I don't have to. I could just do that at the south because there's ruby down there. I gotta have a gem cutter just for some ruby down that side. Let's see if I got. I know I emptied all that. You know what? I know what I'll take, because I know that won't be going too much longer until it's done with the amethyst alloy. So I'm going to take this to get the supplies for some more osmium alloy. Technically, I've got what I need to build that stuff. So yeah, I want to get, first things first, I got to get the uranium absorber thing, or irradiation absorber going. So I need uranium, the refining, so I'll need water for that. And I'll need water going to the nuclear plant reactor for producing power, ultimately where I can take all the other power stuff out over there, and that will produce that. Then I'll do the radiation absorber, that's what I want to get going first, and then I'll have something that can feed, say, a train. And if we got time, we might try a train build over to the main platform base, see if I can get something kind of running over there to deliver that, because I got plenty of access to water over there. I'm pretty sure the water won't be a problem. I need some ruby, so where can I grab some ruby? I know it's feeding somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it's feeding. Yes, right there, because it's waiting for thermal regulators. Well, I'll just take some ruby real quick. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any more outposts like this with the super long conveyor chains. I'm just going to have it be... I'll do a little train. I'll do a little stumpy, like 2-car train. Load this up, take stuff over there, bring it back. Done. You know, just go back and forth. You know, short little distance. Just do this. You know, minimize my headache. And I'll say it's this spot. Yeah, here. Still need to clear that stuff out too. Boom. Boom. I'll get gold on the way back. From the gold spot I need to take out as well. I was going to make a bunch of these emitters, so I have them. Because obviously I'm going to be making a few advanced miner version 3. I'm not going to be doing like 200 of them at a time. So advanced miner, 2 of those, 2 refiners, which is not a problem for that, but that's, I don't know how much that's actually going to draw in, how fast it's going to produce. So with 2 advanced miners tier 3 feeding in, I'm thinking I'll want to do probably 4 of those. So 400 water, which is just one of those. That's 600 water, so I will need some fast rotors and those. And then the nuclear plant, 300 water, so 900 water. And I can just, with 2 of those, produce 1200. So that should be a good start. Okay, let that go again. Okay. Let me just check, see how this is doing. Plus I need to drop some stuff off for laser emitters. That's out, so good. Do the osmium alloy. Laser emitter. Dump that in. So that's going gold. You know what? Let's just do it this way. It's funny, you can interact from so far away, except I can't interact with it. I can't interact with the ship using the drone. I can interact with the container. There we go. Okay. So it's going to produce those. I just need 2 emitters. I'll grab those. You know, why not an extra 1? There we go. 4. Just so it's already there. It's waiting. Okay, so that's advanced miners. I'm ready for that. 2 of those. Not a problem there. Composite beam, faster rotors. I'm gonna know at least 2, so I need 8 of each. And a fast rotor. Should not have a problem with that. So I'm try to get everything, you know, done. Once I actually get back to wanting to work on the other spot, I'll have these being produced on autopilot. It might not be like, oh, hey, look, I only got 20 of them. But it's still a case I will still have them already produced. I didn't do that yet. Oh, that's one of the things. I just want to get... I need the mining. I need the refining. I need the water. And I need conveyors. And I need concrete, the basalt concrete and such for platform. Because I want to do a platform. Make it easier to do all that. So... yeah, 4 refiners. It's 400 water. Plus... that, so 700 water. That will produce... yeah, 2 of those. I'll have room to spare. And then for now... need a lot of composite beams. So, and the nuclear reactor. How much can I do in that? Refined uranium. Alright, well, I'll get it going. I'll get some refined uranium. And then... iron beams, osmium alloy. I got that going here. I might do something here just to speed that up a little bit to help with those. Produce that, or I might just go dump it at the air spot. I don't know. Let's you know, I got enough to get started. So I've got osmium alloy being produced right now for this reason. And I've got iron beams being produced. I'll be good. Just gotta make sure I'm aiming the right way, which I'm not. Oh, and you know, I need water, and the water has to be purified. So I forgot about that part. That done. Of course, I don't have catalytic converter. Or the composite beam for it. So I'm gonna have to, well, I'm gonna have to pay attention where I'm flying, but I also may have to go ahead and build a little spot so I can just produce a few things here and not have to fly back. Okay, there's those. I'm just flying right over. Yep, 1, 2 there. So let's do this area. So we're right here. It's not down there. That's actually where I would like to build off of, is like right there. I'm gonna do that. I can conveyor it far enough. That would be kind of a nice spot, though. You know, it's close enough. That could be the base point, maybe. Like right there. I mean, that's not the best spot, I would say, as far as radiation. Because I need to cover a certain area. So I would think for radiation, I'd want to put it somewhere like right here, get like a good bit of coverage. That should still cover, or, you know, right here. It'll cover that for sure. Cover that. All I need is really cover it to go here, feed in through this area. So that's what I'm thinking, is this might be like a good starting point, because there's a lot of rocks here I kind of want to get rid of. Nope, not that. Of course, I can't stack it on top. Okay, so I'll just, I want to go super tall above this. I kind of want to keep it formed to the kind of plateau here. Oh yeah, there we go. It's going to cause it to kind of fill in underneath. Maybe I need to move myself before I trap myself. Okay. I gotta see. That's right there, right there. So we're gonna come in this way. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is have this as like the starting to try and build like I do in Star Rupture. Different controls for the same function. That's good right there. That. Just do it like this. This is kind of like the middle. That'll give me a nice little spot for landing pad, base area kind of thing. And then we're gonna kind of go out this way. So I think this is where we're gonna get a little bit. No, not fancier. So I don't have like a oh, come on. I think it's where I'm gonna have to go with these. And we don't have wedges, so I can't do a wedge. I mean, I do this if it will place. It won't place up to the actual edge though. It leaves a gap. So I'm not sure on that one. Why it can't do all the way like it should. All right, well, I can do this. Power just to get things going. So I just gotta get it started. That's 120. So it's 240. Feeding to that. I could do that closer because of the water. That's not much. So 240. I want to use that. I could do that. So 240. It won't work at night, but I just need it to work long enough to get it started. Let's just go back here. Yeah, I'm kind of splitting the difference there. Let's see. Is that it? Yes. Okay, so number 1. What? Stop. Not selecting that. I am clicking and dragging, not clicking that. Okay, so there goes that one. Probably need to do this. Let's do like that. That's gonna be a lift. I am not gonna try to do an ugly setup for that one. That is getting a straight, bringing it up here and just sending it that way. And this they're pretty much looking towards each other, so that is fine. Okay. So now if they come in there and I basically craft it so that they, or organize it so that they kind of come in at the same spot. I'm not going to do a merger to one conveyor. I'm going to have dual conveyors, like side by side. If this will land and stay, not jiggle. Okay. So, I'm gonna assume like conveyor support. We're gonna use that for a change, so I can get it kind of where they are lined up together. Yes, like that. So that will feed together that way. Sure how far the distance is for that, but that I did it slightly off. Yeah, okay. So then from there, that may work well enough, and then from here, this one may work well enough. Okay. All right, so you're gonna go here, and go over to, nope, this one. Let me get myself done like that. Okay, and then this one's gonna come over here, and then go up to, no, not there, not there. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Such bad implementation on some stuff. And of course, I can't interact with those using the drone. Another thing that is not working correctly. All right, forget. Okay, good. So now that is at least working up to a certain point. Okay, let's see if I can do it from this spot in a certain way. You know what? I got an idea. It's not a pretty idea, but it's a potentially like this will work now. There it goes. Oh, oh. I don't know why that had to be split, but it did. Okay, so there goes that. Those require, how much power was it? 120 each. So I probably should do at least 2 for each one. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Okay, we've got it piping along now. At least one side is. Yep, there's side. Okay, so we got uranium. And of course I need the water purification and water pumps. And for pumps I need, or the purification, I need to not do what it's doing. Please fix these stupid flight mechanics, dev. Base. I'm assuming I need at least a, you know, actually no, I need to turn it. Well, I need to have it further up. I was just trying to line it up on the back. That, yes. Okay. Now inside, is the power reaching? It is reaching here, so I should be fine. Yeah, put like, if I put power over to the side right here, and then that radiation absorber over here, it'll cover a large area, and I should be good. The only thing is not covering from here is depending on where I put the water pump. So I'm going to do the water pumps over by all that. Because maybe I end up needing osmium and uranium for some special new alloy. Let's see, I need furniture, workbench, which I don't have the supplies for. I think it's just this one I need anyway. Seems like I'm getting that radiation kind of blur effect in here. Okay, so I need that. I think I actually have catalytic converter supposed to be processing somewhere. Or it should be making it. It's just it's not crafting it for some reason. Maybe I didn't connect it up yet for output. Okay, well, you know, whatever. I got that, so I need to go, yeah, over in this area. We'll set up the purifier. So I just need it to cover a large enough area. It's just, you know, there to make the water all clean. And I only need to cover right now. I'll go ahead and do this just in case. Demand is 98. I'm producing for 50. Great. Okay. Which, of course, I mean, that's right now producing 98. That is 50. So, yeah, I'm good on that. Now, of course, I'll have to produce water pumps. I think I need to build the next level down. That's what I need now. I need to build the next platform below. So that becomes the question of how I'm going to do this. I think I want to do it this way. Actually, I want to do it this way. There. So I'm just gonna go like that, 7 down. Okay, and I'm just gonna come out. Well, if it will, yeah, do like that. Come out. Okay. I just need to know height. Is this the right height for kind of, you know, it kind of goes higher than it's supposed to. I kind of walk. I mean, that works, but going down is kind of goofy. But if I go any lower, it's not going to line up. So I think that is my height level. I need to just go ahead and say I'm going to build this level. Yeah, I don't know why they punish you for building this way. It's so much easier to do the, you know, take out the foundations rather than the blocks. Okay, so now that is not the way I wanted it to work. So if I do that, okay, I still need one more. Boom. Okay. I think that took out those. So, ooh, do I have the right? Just rooftop and bricks. No, let's do it. We'll go with the bunker concrete. Apparently, I cannot build upwards with it. Now I can build upwards. Okay. There we go. That's something I should also do. I need to build me a secret underground bunker somewhere. Dig out a mountain area. Build me an underground bunker. And I really don't know how big I need this to go, as I know I want to do the whole train setup at some point. So I'll just do it like this, and I got plenty of supplies Come on, a little more, one more. Yeah. This is not going to work to my favor, is it? This is gonna be... It's gonna go right through the middle. If it will place on it again. Okay, let me get to this side. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just for the cosmetics of having, like, hey, there's a thing that is actually supporting it. Somewhat. Okay, so I got that. Got that pipe in. I'm going further out. And, well, I need to set myself up the stairs. Let's do it like that. Oh, last second, I clicked the button and it's like, oh, you mean to move. All right. You know, iron plate, I'm producing a ton of. Oh, come on. Why sometimes it does not want to extend out. You know, it wants to go one direction and that's it. Can't go like, oh yeah, you're going sideways. It wants to extend this way and this way. Works fine with the cubes. Okay. I feel like that's big enough. But I feel like if I don't go a little bit further, since I happen to have the supplies. There. And yeah, you see my iron plate starting to build up. It's still not a lot, but I am building it back up. It's just gonna be a little slow because it's being used for other item production. So it should be more than enough space to get a train set up going through here. So I need refiners. So I've got 2 feeds coming in. Well, let me get my ship, or let me get oxygen. One way or another. Oh, actually, let's just do that. Well, I don't want to do that because it is going to be in my way. So we're going to do the conveyor support again. This time, I'm going to split it. It's actually, oh god, is it actually going to? Nope. Okay, so the base of it, there's a minimum height. I don't like that. That's not done right. That's far enough. You know what? If that's the middle, over. I think it was 1 up. Yeah. Okay, so those will come in over here. I'll have to do something to get it higher because that is not going to work for me. So one will go here, one will go here. I shouldn't have that weird targeting thing happen again. And then that will be... Also, we'll need water to come in. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up my pipe hub. Somehow that one wanted to line up perfectly, but the other one did not. Oh, yeah. I totally said not to get rid of that. Okay. So refiners. Okay, I will need, that's going to be the hub that feeds into, I guess, I'm going to need 4 feeds, so I'll do another hub right kind of here in the middle. Like that. So same height. It'll receive 1 in. So I'm going to see if I can do like there. Then that one will feed over. That should be, yeah, like that. Wish it wouldn't go that wide, but whatever. So that feeds in. That gives me 1, 2 over here. 1, 2 over here. Actually, I could do, well, come 1 in. Yeah, I'll do it like that. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, maybe 1 off of that. Just to make the pipe not curve so weirdly. Leave room for a splitter. I may have to move that further over. There goes that. So each side is going to have, you know what, I'll just, for this, I'm going to stick with these. Like that. Because that is sufficient. That way I can get it. Well, apparently I can't target that conveyor thing. Weird. Fine, I can do this. So that'll be the unprocessed to the refiner for processing. That will refine. And then that's going to feed in mergers. So I guess I'll go ahead and do the conveyor mergers to here and here. This might be where I want to get the fastest stuff for the fastest conveyors. And then I need a feed that'll go to, oh, I need a get oxygen. I noticed that the wrong time, but I saved myself. So yeah, I need to get a feed that goes to the power plant somewhere over that side, and then I'll just do the radiation thing, the absorber behind it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build like right over here. Apparently it matters which angle you are looking from when you try to build it the first time. That is not going to work. So fine, I'll just do like this. I feel like those support pillars should be adjustable height. Like you place it on the ground or underside, and then you can just drag to whatever height that it just increases. Obviously maybe not infinite, but at least a, you know, more like the way the road stuff is done. Oh no, you. Okay, so that's gonna be estimate of, where is it? Nuclear plant, which is rather large. And there's the input. And there's the water. So yeah, I'm gonna have, that's right, I need water to come out too. So I do need another feed over from there. So that's, you kind of see it is the water pipe right there, and there's that. So I'm just gonna plan for that in the middle. Oh boy, that's gonna be quite wide. Ah, of course I'm out of that for right now. Okay. Gives me power. So now I want to work on getting at least conveyor side going. Then I gotta worry about the water. Because I need... Looks like it might be clean now, but I needed to give enough time for that. I think what I would like to do actually is be able to just use the road, or well, rail support, something like that, to be able to push up to a nicer height, like here, and do that, and then have just place like a single block of road, not connecting to anything, just kind of there. Actually, let me see. I think we'll test it. Can I do it? This, can I build on that? No, I cannot. And it, of course, won't line up that way either. So of course, this doesn't extend upwards either. So, yeah. I'm just gonna do... of course it did. I'm just gonna do like this. Oh, God, stop with the targeting problems. One more. Because I was using some iron plate, but that's fine, because I'm just gonna... Yeah. And for this, I'm just gonna split these a little bit further apart than I did on that one. So hopefully it doesn't give me that stupid connection problem. That's weird. I don't remember it seeing the preview thing from here to here. Oh, no. That's not what I want. I want to go there. So I basically, if I hit that, it locks it. So it has to go here to there, which is not what I want. Okay, so that's going to there. Can I get it to... I can't even target that one still. So those are broken, despite that one working. I mean, they're only set the exact same way, same height, everything. Well, I can at least do that. Look at that. Oh, and now that one works. How convenient. Okay, so that's going on both sides. That's going to fill up both of those. I still need water. And I need, again, water going over this way. So I think I want to do like this. So I can make a floaty hub. You know, let me just try one thing. Let me just see if this height... No, it does not. Maybe one higher. One hub higher might actually be like, hey, this can fit underneath. Ah, yeah, it can. It won't place on it. It's not last time I tried it. But I can make it look like it's got something under it. That's for the little cosmetic there. All right, so yeah, this is gonna have to move over. That's just not gonna work. So I'm gonna follow that same pattern on this side. So I need one to go straight and over, and then one to go out and that way. Yes. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this one to build on top. And that gives me that. Getting some iron plate back. That helps to a small degree. Till I use it up again. Okay. That goes way further out than it should. But that goes there, that goes there. No, that one goes to here, and that one will go to here. That will feed in, and then this side will feed to here. I don't know why it's gotta go that crazy, like that. You know, angle weirdness thing, and of course now I don't want to target that. I can't remember if I tried this. I feel like I have, but oh yeah, it does let me target it to a certain extent. Okay, so I got that, so I can at least do to that. I just can't target the thing. Target one side, and now that side, but not those sides. I'm taking that out. See if that makes a difference. Well, I saw it there. I got a target over here to get that. Now, targeting is like needs to be fixed in the next update for this. That's a big problem with stuff like the conveyors and especially the pipes. And just before I die of no oxygen, what was it? No, it's tier 3. That's it. Yeah. Nuclear plant. What was it? No, the 30 alloy. No, not that. Well, I guess that was it. I did that. I just still need to get the reactors and that. Okay, so that gives me that going there. So all this. I'm not even worried about the output yet because I don't have water going yet. Which is those, and I need some composite beams. Again, because I used up what I had. Three, 5. Yeah, I need 8. So. Now, what was that I need for this? Yeah, refined uranium. So right now, I just need to get that going. If I can get that going. And I'm going to have it feed over there, but I also want to have it where it's kind of... at least I have, like, a way to build a reserve. Move this out of the way. I think I got that the right direction on that, but I could be wrong. Nope, I did not. That there, that to there. That gives me 2. So if they're full, I can fill the spaceship, well, the cargo ship up. And then that gives, you know, a worthwhile pickup and delivery until I get a train going. And then the train, yeah, okay, there we go. Let's get 2 of these. The train, I don't know how it's gonna hold stuff in the car. And I think I need to do what I did before. I need to go build like a little platform. Don't plan for a huge amount of items here, but yeah, I'm gonna build a little platform at least. I think that height should work. Is that too tall? Apparently it is too tall. Fine. Right where the waves can wash over everything. Yes, okay. So that will work. And I shouldn't need a lot because I'm just doing this for this initially for the power. And 2 of these will produce more than I need. So the way I'm gonna do it is this. Cutting it close on my some basic materials again. But I'll get this done. Okay, and then pipe to here, pipe to here, and then I just need to feed it over this way. So I'm not doing a full road thing for this. No way. I like the way I just did that and just kind of made like a makeshift. Here's how many foundations I need to get this up taller, which I don't need to go super tall right now because I need to give it kind of a chance to step up. I don't need the pipe that's just as high as you can get. Like from there to here is a nice step. And then I go to like 3 and then, or 4 from that point. Yeah, I need it to just work its way upwards a little bit. It's gonna be an ugly setup, but there's not much I can do on that. And it does work right there. Okay. So now, before I have to come back here just for this, plus to make sure I can actually get over here. Yeah, we'll just go that route. I don't think I even have iron. Well, I got some iron here. Yeah. Iron ore, iron. Do I have an iron deposit? Right. Yes, I do. Large iron deposit. Large iron. Okay. So I am facing. No. I'm going to go over here because it's slightly closer. And I should. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's just get that going. Because with that, I'll get a stack. I can go in there and just craft some iron to iron plate. Well, hang on. I need the ore and I need some rock. Okay, there's some rock. And there's some more iron ore. No. Need that. Yes. Actually, how much did I need? 2. There. That'll give me, just for right now, to get me kind of going. So I got water. Should be producing. Okay. So, real quick, 30 ingots to some iron plate, just because I am burning through it so fast right now. I think I had enough, but oh. Okay, yeah. Not going to produce a lot extra, but it is going to be something that helps just the tiniest amount right now. See, 41 or 2. Yeah, okay. So I've got that. I need another spot right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to keep that level. I'm going to do 4. Foundation ones over here. Or, well... yeah, right about here. Looks like a good central spot. And I think it actually has lined up right. I want to do 5 because there's a slight height increase. Okay. Once this is going, at least I'll have refining occurring. Oh, yeah, it probably helps if I put the hub here first. Technically, I don't have to do that, but it just does help make connecting things a slight bit easier for targeting with the pipe. Please tell me this is going to work. I love how it's like, hey, yeah, you want to go right here to the same one? Come on, come on. I had it. Come on. No, somewhere there. And now, where do I put there? Yeah. That's enough to get me finished. That's all I'm worried about at the moment. Then we'll get... Oh yeah, just slide along. It's the next Olympic sport, spaceship curling. You saw it right here. I invented spaceship curling. All right, we'll see you next weekend, Jenny. Thanks for hanging out. Go enjoy your day. I'm pretty much gonna keep it to right around the 3-hour mark today anyway, so Jenny would say bye, but he is, you know, curled the wrong way napping. So it's been 2 hours already. Doesn't feel like it. I just need some more iron plates. So I got 90. So should just be 45. Toss a couple more on there just in case. And it's 45 plates. That should be more than enough to get the water going. Assuming I don't have any weirdness with something not treating it connected right. It should just flow some water in, and with the water flowing, I should see this start going, which it looks like everything ore-wise is feeding there. So this should literally be the last ingredient. My power input jumps up super high. Or not. Can't look and see that there's water flowing. So I gotta assume this is being the problem, that I don't have power coverage to... I mean, that It's hard to tell, but it looks like that should be covering it. Producing 100% of 400. And this is producing... You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to throw... For now, I'm going to throw another one of these here. Or two of these are cheap. Then I'll get... If I have to, I'll get... I mean, that's showing it's producing. And it's producing the demand. So why is this not... Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Duh. I know exactly what it is. It's called me forgetting I have to go in and set the ingredient, the recipe for this. Only on the Forge does it not necessarily require that. Okay. There, I saw it. Yep. Refined uranium. I need how many for that? Oh wait, it's the nuclear reactor. I need that. I think it was 10 each. Refined uranium. Yes, so I need 8 fast rotors. That's not a problem. I need those. So that's 40 refined uranium, which I'm now just getting automatically. That gives me those. I need 200 composite beams. So, you know what? Let's get 20 in each. And then I'm going to go. And I guess it's a good thing that I did that. No. You can't just choose a stack size. I don't know. All right, that's 20. $30. There. Just trying to... And I saw it happen. Yeah, no, you're not... I know what it's going to do. I'm going to pick it up. It's going to combine it in there. And that's not what I want. I want to toss it in there. Let this go. Get that done. Okay. So that is producing plenty. Like, probably more than enough from those. I may need to actually expand it out to 8 refine. Well, actually, I could just do 3 each. I could do 3 refiners per size. So I might expand it out to the 1 to 3 on the splitters. And then 1 to 3 on the mergers to increase the speed at which I get those. Because I am going to be feeding into a nuclear plant. Along with having, well, I'm trying to produce to ship everywhere else. And that's not producing at fast pace right there. Yeah, I might expand it out to a total of 6 refiners for that. Let's see how fast the uranium is consumed in producing power for it. Like, is it like 1 every 5 seconds, 1 every 10 seconds? You know, if it's 1 every 10 seconds, I'm probably fine with what I got. It's just gonna be a slow build up to ship with a train to other spots. And granted, part of that is, you know, I've got a whole backup of unrefined uranium wanting to get in because, you know, it filled up waiting for me to get the water working. So 6 probably is the better route to go, ultimately. Nuclear reactors. Come on. We gotta have 4 of them to power 1 plant. It's not 1 reactor per plant, it's 4 reactors per plant. you know, you just need that many. Now, one of the upcoming unlocks is I do have to do a climate regulator controller thing, where it's like it controls the climate regulators, I guess, or synchronizes them, does something different. Might be like a larger region, might be planet wide. I'm thinking at some point I'm going to have to go to each of the climate areas, the hot and the cold, and ultimately end up building out probably the climate regulators to mellow everything off, so everything just becomes a more temperate one, which I don't see how that would take effect on total, like a terraformation theme, because even here on Earth we got, you know, major hot and major cold areas. It's not like you have the whole planet being perfectly balanced, so I don't know why we'd have to do it that way. Okay, 200 composite beams. I need 800 osmium alloy, but I got enough. Yeah, okay. So osmium alloy has, I think, built up a little bit since earlier, but the main thing is I've got that. Well, and that, we'll go ahead and take that too. Toss some over here. This I know I'm going to burn through, so that. Nope, not going to use that because I know that. You know, I'll throw the rock in there just so I have a little bit of rock left around for when because I still need to build a workbench over on the other one too. Okay, I've got all that. Here comes the fun part. I'll do 100 starting out. That's a good time to say hi to Timmy again. And just kind of let this sit for a minute. And look at my thing here. And I feel like I got most of the stuff taken care of for OBS problems, but I've still got some straggler problems that are not quite working yet. I just cannot figure out why, because my stuff is set up like it's the same way it was. I didn't change anything on this part, but for some reason it's broken with this, you know, updated OBS. Timmy? Gone. I was like, alright, I'm gonna lift up a little bit, get that belly. Oh. Let's see if I can find that spot. Where's that spot? I was scratching earlier and you started like kicking like crazy. Oh, come on, where is it? I know I found it's somewhere around here. Come on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get that back leg just going like a propeller. No. No, let me see if I can find it right here. I found one right around his neck the other day, and I was like scratching here, and he just starts kicking his leg like it is like, oh, you're missing that spot that I could totally grab right now with my back foot. Timmy, you just like, I'm not gonna do it. You are refusing to kick again. I know I'm scratching somewhere around that spot. Haha, he's like, no, you failed. That's almost all of the first batch of composite beams. So, Felonious, how's it going? Everybody's being quiet today in chat. Yeah, there you go. No, Jason says he's busy jumping by because he's busy. Can't remember. I don't even remember if Jason was on last week. Felonious, I know you're still kicking around somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how it happened. I think I got my composite beam count off by like 1 or 2 for some reason. Not sure why. Timmy's got his foot going again. Gotta eat that foot. Let's see. While we let this run. I think I saw. Yeah, there's a No Man's Sky update that we had. No Man's Sky Remnant. You know, once again, another update for No Man's Sky because we're getting a sample of what's coming in the next game, Light No Fire. Gravity Gun. Gravitino Coil, powerful new anti-gravity model for your multi-tool. Turns No Man's Sky into a physics playground, so you get to pick stuff up and fling it or carry stuff around. Sounds fun. Doesn't sound like it is enough for a full live stream. Grabbing sentinels or fling heavy objects, turning them into projectiles. Okay. Oh, and a bug-looking ship. Or bug-looking landing struts. Yeah, spider leg, sci-fi explorer. Okay. So now, okay, that feels like it would be the bigger thing to bring up. Vehicles can be hugely customized to create bespoke trucks and haulers for your needs. So, ground vehicles, apparently, build your own brightly colored incinerators, spider-legged sci-fi explorer, heavily armed military vehicles with tank tracks. That is interesting. Why would that not be the first thing you bring up? Hey, customized vehicles. And then there's a limited time community expedition. You know, I have to see when the expedition ends. I didn't even see that the other day. That came out over a week ago. So I'll have to see how long the expedition, actually, if the expedition's active, because last time they did a big update, they didn't even have the expedition running when the update released. I want to say it was like 2 weeks after the update dropped that we finally got the expedition. So maybe the expedition is about to start, finally. That might be something we can check out next week and get kind of a little reprieve from this. Mainly to, you know, play around with like a new vehicle design. You know, late game on that, I don't see the need for a fancy vehicle on the planet. Also, I'm just still liking the new, the one we got, not frigate, the Corvette. Yeah, it's Corvette, right? Yeah. I just like those, so, yeah, that's perfectly fine with me for skipping around the planet. Hope they didn't nerf them as part of that. I'm short by 10. How am I? Why? I'm short by 10. I counted. Okay. Whatever. I'll get done like this. Yeah, as long as they didn't nerf the Corvettes, that's like all I need for getting around. Now, if the Corvette could be like, once you're big enough, you add a spot where it can, like, oh yeah, upper area, you can add the Corvette and it can like pick up and drop a vehicle. That could be kind of cool. You know, a Corvette that's not like a over arch type shape where in the middle is a spot for a vehicle to deploy. That could be cool. Cooler if you could do it with like the submarine, I think. All right, great. I've got what I need. We are going to go build a big old nuclear reactor. And I want to see how far the power covers. And at least I have nuclear power being produced, and we'll see how fast it goes, and then I'll worry about the additional. Well, let's see, that's what everything I need is that. That was the 200 composite beams right there, or 120 composite beams, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. I got that. Fast rotors, catalytic conversion, not a problem. I'm not gonna worry about getting that today, as long as I can get this built, because then once this is built, I at least will have the power to run the other one. That's all I'm going to do with this area, is just produce refined uranium to ship out for other power plants. If it wasn't for needing to clean this up, you know, clean it up with the absorber, I wouldn't even worry about that. Okay, so I'll put that there by kind of that centered. So I am like, yeah, if it's centered there, I'm over a little bit, and that was sits on that side. So can I? Yes. Iron plate has finally accumulated up a little bit still. Sits. Okay. So we're gonna go with that. It's bigger than I need, but you know, it's to get things started. I still have to go and figure out where I'm gonna put the cleaning thing. I guess I'll just throw it on the ground over there. Okay, so it requires water. I got that ready, and then I'm gonna need to. I'm just gonna do the splitter like this, so that it can split out, and do like this. And then that'll just handle if I need to do multiple cars to speed it up. I don't know how much the cars will actually contain on the train. Okay, and my water. Look at that. 6 per minute. So if that 6 per minute, and I'm definitely producing more than that, so maybe I don't need to worry about that setup just yet. Splitting it through. I'll let this fill up a bit better, and then I'll worry about trying to set this up with more. So it'll be a split to 3, because that is still like, this is not full. It is still kind of going on those. I'll have to cut that last section there. Split to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Do that. Of course, that's emptying because it's going to fill up that. Can I actually click and access it? No, I cannot. Does not let me know how much. There's no way to see the stack number in there. But obviously it is ingesting multiple stacks of those. But I got that. So these can come out. Because I want to see how this covers that. Okay. Yeah, I'll take these out. That is a lot of power, but it looks like it doesn't cover any better than the range of the other stuff. Like all the power stuff is the same range. What's powering right here? It's not powering there anymore. Do I have another power thing over here that I don't know about? Okay, and I've got haze. Foggy times. Let's just look. Okay, that's in network. Showing that, so take these out. Power. Yeah. It still shows power coming from those. I'm assuming that'll change once I save and close out. That's yeah, a weird bug that you, I mean, if it doesn't change, then that is interesting that you can basically create a relay, power relay in a way that then just continues to spread the power out. We're gonna find out if it's still working, because this is going to be continuing to produce because they are getting power. They're getting water, I mean. So if that's working, that's got water going. That's got, yeah, that's still coming in. So there we go. 6 per minute. So a stack is 10 minutes. So that is an hour of production or power right there for one of these. That's yeah, that's fine. That's plenty. Cool. So next will be just the train part, deciding on, do I want to put in the effort? That's the one thing. Do I want to put in the effort to ship stuff from there by one train to the south as well? It's not really that far. I mean, it's gonna go this way to here, or I go across to there. Actually, if I do this to ship stuff here for power, like 1, 2, I mean, for the size right there, if I get it. One thing I wish the map did not do was move with your ship. So 1, 2, 3, I might be able to cover it. And then ship some down here and up here. I don't know. But I've got nuclear power going. And that means the next thing is I need to build the absorber to get that going. And then I get the atmospheric control tower. That's it. And while it's not automated, I think I can produce enough for the absorber in terms of just crafting manually with the yeah, that works. Just doing it that way is a suitable enough way to do it. Okay, I got that. At this point, I'll also get some refined uranium to just store in a warehouse. That might be something I do, is I'll take, because I've got the other splitters coming in where I have one going to the side for that for power. I'll have the other side pushed to just a version 1 tier 1 warehouse, which will be just one row of storage for now, and then that way I'll have like, oh yeah, I've got this, you know. Or I might, because I got room, if I can, I might just pump it all into a version 2 warehouse and then have it split from there into the train car part. But I need more osmium alloy probably. I think I may just wait, try to do that later. Get that going. I already know where the diamond is. It'll just be the next thing is that atmospheric one, but that might be, again, I'm gonna have to look and see what that expedition has going, if it is available now, which is not always the case when the new update comes out. We might just go back to No Man's Sky next week, try to knock out the expedition. I'm not sure yet It seems interesting to play with the gravity gun. I just don't know if it's enough for me to want to come back because of building a custom ground vehicle when I really don't ever use the current ones anyway. Like, I hardly ever used those to begin with. Yeah, so that is next. And actually, you know what? We'll go a few minutes today, but first I need to run to the restroom. So here's Timmy. Timmy didn't want to let me go by myself. He wanted to follow me. So, there you go, Timmy. Lay down. Make sure I don't knock my cable loose. You don't get a treat for abandoning post. You abandoned your post. You don't get food for it. Now. There you go. Alright. So yeah, we're going to take a... I'm going to do at least enough time. I'm going to get that absorber going so I don't have to try and remember to do that later. Radiation absorber. Like the minimum I want to get before we're done. I got that there for the osmium alloy. So I'm going to need to make a bunch of 120 composite beams. Catalytic converters. Not a bad deal. I've got the amethyst alloy. And then fast rotors, I'm already producing the supplies for that. So we're going to grab osmium ingots, gold ingots, make alloy, produce a bunch of composite beams. And yeah, we're going to get that done today. So Timmy is now settled back, I guess. Sorry, I thought I could hold till I got done, but the pee had to come out. That's what happens. You drink, you know, glasses of milk, water, and energy drink now. Building up to the stream. Yeah, I may not even do a do the train to the south, the cold regions, because I'm not really going to be producing like a lot there. I need, of course, the climate regulator. I have that there now. And some other things, but I could do just the fancier version 2 wind turbine that was added with the recent update, instead of worrying about shipping with a train down there and building the whole train track going there. And I may just have it where here's my radiation area that's handling the absorber, and then the rest is powering or sending stuff out to power the plant area. Now that I think about it, that would just be easier to say I'm not even gonna do that, because that'd be a lot of power considering the range I get on this is well, you know, I'm assuming it's about to, you know, that should, yeah, probably be just at the edge of covering that. Once I close and reopen the game, it may break because the water pumps may be just outside that. It may actually be easier just to focus on the version 2 wind turbine. Oh yeah, and I need to get gold first. This version 2 wind turbine, 150 megawatts. Obviously, for certain things, I'd still need the uranium or the nuclear reactor, but just to, you know, here's some water and produce plant life. So, I mean, I can't just go place trees wherever I want. I didn't even try that yet. Maybe I could go, maybe I can do that. Maybe that's why you got the trees. It's not just to make a tree farm, which is kind of a pain to go and do that in order to get carbon. Or rather, taking the wood, burning it to get coal. Same thing as carbon. Instead of doing that, it could be a case of you might use the trees to pipe oxygen into a new area. I may have to try that real quick. But first, what I need to go ahead and get, I think it was 20, yes, 20 isolate. 40 catalytic converters. You got to? No, he's licking his foot. You don't care, he's licking the foot. Quit licking your foot. I'm gonna, if you're gonna eat your foot, we gotta take it off. We gotta just cut it off. Right, Timmy? It's like, don't you looking at me like that? Why are you doing this to me? You look at the camera, not me. Sorry, I want to figure out a better spot to put a camera for you. You don't look at the camera like you should. Oh, not that one, that one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. No problem there. Rotors, I should have more than enough of that. So let the osmium alloy accumulate. Should have some more beams too. I think it was, yeah, osmium alloy and the steel beams, or iron beams, sorry, over there. So I should have enough of that. I can do this. We'll get this radiation absorber. And then, you know, while I'm letting that go, let's see. If I could type at this point. No Man's Sky Expeditions. You think the first thing on there would be No Man's Sky website. RimNet update 5.2. Reconfigure your Colossus. Okay, so it's specifically the Colossus vehicle that you can change. So you can make it, instead of having big fat wheels, have spread out wheels, have tank treads, have walking legs. So it's not just any vehicle, it's the Colossus. And then the Gravitino coil, so we can pick up stuff and throw things around. Cyclops scope, so we can scan things like the analysis visor thing and the Cyclops. Grab and launch objects around the area, so maybe some puzzles, I guess. Gotta put like something there. And then industrial waste scatter around. Colossus flatbed module, so we can actually pick up stuff, put it on there. They actually have a video where it looks like it's like a dump truck. Like it's on the No Man's Sky site. not in Steam, but it's literally a flatbed module, like a dump truck. Use the grav tool thing to put a bunch of stuff on there, park it, and apparently it doesn't roll off as you go uphill, I guess, to be able to get up there. Because it looks like they must have driven it uphill and it didn't fall off, and then they raise the bed up and it dumps everything off. And you get the physics of watching it. Okay, community expedition, drive cross country and strip the desert of dangerous industrial remnants. So that's the remnant part, is you're picking up the leftovers. Waste processing plants, so you get that to establish some scrap worlds. Scrap hunters collect materials. Where? Yeah. Heirloom customization set. You can capture sentinel drones and launch them using the grav tool. Haha. Colossus cabin. So basically now the Colossus is like a ground version of the Corvette. Yeah, that's what it is, and it's basically around that. And again, this goes back to, we're getting this update, this content, because of the next game. Limited time expedition. Well, I want to see the what's the expedition date? What? Go find that spot. Community expedition. It doesn't even say the name of the expedition. It doesn't say when it starts. I'll look. If it is running, we might do that next week. If not, then I'm gonna, look at something else. Well, we may do this again, may do something else. I don't know. But that, again, it's interesting from the standpoint of if I was starting over. Yeah. Maybe, because I can't afford the Corvette yet, can't get it unlocked yet. The customizable Colossus could be good. It may be certain things utility-wise you will have to have the Colossus for. Oh, because you can only do up to 100. I can't. That's why my count was off. That should be it right there. Yeah, I don't know. That seems interesting, but again, it's like you get the Colossus. It's like I get, you have more than one Corvette design, so could you have more than one Colossus design? Like, or is it now the case that the Colossus is being intended for, you get started with this, then you customize it based on how you want to use it? Like, do you want to use it for the scrap stuff, or you want to use it for this? I still feel like, even from a standpoint of starting over, I would go for a Corvette as fast as possible in No Man's Sky. Just because, I mean, the Corvette, you get the best of both worlds. You get the capital ship type of functionality, the mobile base, without being as big and elaborate and capable, but you still get, you can't dock your regular ships there, your spaceships, but you can build out a Corvette and have fabrication, the refinement and everything, crafting. You have a mobile base. You don't have to stop somewhere and build a base to produce certain things, and you get a spaceship at the same time. I want to say, I know I've got some of the small vessel, the regular spaceship ones through past expeditions, and I have yet to go and do the expedition generator thing that lets you revisit old expeditions at will. But, yeah, I kind of feel like I still don't know why, unless it is a very specialty thing, like, oh, you can't do this with the Corvette. Like, oh, yeah, you got to go around and pick up this scrap to go and do this, to unlock, to build this thing, or unlock this with that whole scrap refinement aspect. That, because you're using the grav coil thing to put it on something where the truck bed, the flatbed part comes in, that is a very specific Colossus, has to be used for that. It won't work with the Corvette, because you throw that on the Corvette, and as soon as you try to take off with it, it's just going to tumble off and back to the ground. So I could see that being a very specific mechanic to that end, making sense for that. But you better make it very worthwhile for that, beyond just it's a, again, light no fire. This is the new game that they're working on, and we're just getting the runoff from it, basically. Timmy? I think I counted off one too many. Right, here we go. I'm about to get, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do 10 more of these. I can use up that. That gives me some extra isolate waiting for when I need it. I'll drop it in. I definitely will have to try to get the rest of that main factory set up going so I don't have to keep doing this for composite beams. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. No. I'm not I don't have to pick up anything, so just take this ship again. Interesting texturing for that. Okay, I got what I need. Again, I think. Oh, nope, it did. It terrained it underneath for that. I didn't build far enough back. Fine. Don't care. I'm just gonna do this one like here. That should just need power and nothing else. I want to say like that far. No, that actually should cover. If my measuring my fingers on the screen, that should cover that. Maybe not quite up to the large deposit there. It's questionable. But radiation's 91%. And I haven't had any radiation spikes yet, which is kind of good. It means that, like, oh, I don't have to worry about apparently getting hit with just sudden surge of radiation. Yeah, maybe I'll throw a, depends on how that works. I may have to scoot things back a bit, or just, you know what, here's a warehouse. It feeds in to the warehouse with the splitter going in 1 2 3 4 5 speeding in, and then those 5 come out into over here to the train that basically pulls up here and then takes off. Look, I'm not sure what the big sail wind spinny thing is for, but apparently we get a sail for I guess air circulation to clean the air of radiation. Radiation's 89%. Let's see, is this, it does not show a range on it either, but I'm assuming probably around that range, I would think, you know, something like that. So it should cover pretty much this big area. Big enough that, yep, there we go. Oh, 2 at a time. There we go. Okay. Yeah. That's burning through a lot going over there. Oh, that's right. I was going to do a warehouse on this side so I can have storage for crafting needs. So while I'm not building, my iron plate starts to fill back up kind of nicely. Where was it? That one. Try. I was just gonna do it like this. So go like another. I'm out of those. Well, and of course I need iron plate for that too, so I'll be waiting a minute. I'm almost halfway there, so it won't take long. We'll get that unlocked. That's, yeah, we can get that for today. I'll let that be our wrap up right there. Again, that's 6 per minute, so 10 minutes is 1 stack. So every, oh wait, no, yeah, 6 per minute. So 1 stack is 10 minutes. So 6 stacks is an hour. So if I was playing today the whole time with that, I would have already used almost this entire container's worth of enriched or refined uranium. I'm right there. Okay, I do see it right there. It's got, with the climate thing that I put there, it's got a regular climate. So I'm hoping we don't end up having to do that. That we're having to, with this atmospheric control tower. I hope that is going to be, all we have to do is build one of those and it's going to start generating the Earth-like atmosphere across the planet. Which means I won't have to worry about breathing in some of these areas. But it may be a case like right there where that is nice and green because of the, I guess because I got that, the regulator there, which that is not showing a regulator green spot yet. Oh wait, I know, it's because I threw plant stuff there. Yeah, because you can see that if I go up there with it regulated, maybe I could get that set up where some plants are going. And that's the other thing. I gotta try planting some trees just to see if I can plant them where there's no fertilizer thing. Yes! Okay. Not that warehouse can wait a minute. Because if I could just plant trees wherever I choose now, I can just start planting like a nice big garden area right there. And then just need power for water purification. And same thing, expand some more water purification out. And there too, and just kind of get this at least adjacent to this area. Turn that into my big garden area. Maybe we get some animals with one of these next things. I thought the DNA thing would be animals, but it's just trees. Oh yeah, wrong landing pad. Okay. Yeah, let me see where this is. Okay, yeah, it's got plenty of those, but not enough iron plates. It's, you know, uneven distribution sometimes. Oh, I need to look at... Yeah, I will need to look at getting that set up. Just doing an advanced forge on each side to speed this up a bit. Really speed that up for a moment. What's shining on that? I don't have any lights over there. Alright, well... Here we go. We're going to hit the next terraformation objective. And then we'll be wrapping up. Boom. Build the atmospheric control tower, bring it closer to at least 50% Earth-like composition. Then I get a water filtration boat. Filters the water as it passes through. Great, so I get to drive around cleaning up water instead of having to place filtration things all around. A habitat tier 1. Okay, so obviously that means we have a habitat tier 2. Pre-built living space for colonists upon arrival, which means it's probably like a warehouse. I'm not going to see the actual inside. It's not a fancy base for me. I just have to build it so that people can live there. And of course, oh yeah, tier 2. So we get both tier 1 and tier 2 together. Why would I not just do tier 1 or tier 2 the whole time? Just start working on that. So that's, I gotta do the control tower, which is that one. Laser emitters, not a problem. Catalytic converters, not really a problem. And composite beams. So yeah, I'll just have to worry about getting the rest of that done. And then, you know what? That might be a fun one to say. I'm going to set this up. Here's, you know, factory stuff. Here's factory stuff. Other spot factory stuff. I'm going to come down here, turn this into the nice place, you know, for everybody to live and relax. And then it'll be ship off everybody each day to the mines, basically. Yeah, go over here and work. Which really, you're not doing much because I'm automating everything already. It's gonna be interesting if that breaks stuff when that fixes, but yeah, at the least I've got that covering everything with the wind turbines. I may stick with those down there. Yeah, so I feel like that's a good stopping point for the day. I mean, I did at least get to that and did not spend a major amount. I mean, I did do factory setup stuff, but not on the one I've already spent like 2 live streams on alone. I'll finish that one over there sometime. Vehicles. So I still want to test those out, and that's got me kind of thinking of the idea of maybe either I do a steamroller like right here, because you see it's got a nice little kind of, I could flatten it out and then build some habitats there. I might do it anyway just because they're right there, and then it could be like, hey, here's a, you know, take your rover down here to work. But I kind of liking the idea of building a whole big fancy area through here with that and doing the water. like that. Yeah. I just noticed on this, it makes it look like that seals right there, like it's connected, and that's like a standalone water section from there, but it's not. It's not actually that close together. It's just that glow from something right there causes it to be that way. Oh, hey, you just noticed that large uranium deposit right there. Wonderful. That could be a fun little project. Just be like, okay, I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to go and drill a tunnel all the way over and make a train that does nothing but pick up and bring it here, and I just power enough to do the mine ore and bring the ore over here with the train, then go back. And just the refining and powering will happen right there. I might do that. That might be something else to look at some point, now that I'm suddenly finding these hidden little spots. But yeah, it's a good time to call it for the day. And you know, that project might be something I'll just play with for a little while on my own. At least, again, if we go do the No Man's Sky expedition for next week. I may launch No Man's Sky just real quick to look and see if it says the expedition's even active. Again, it tends to be the last few times they release an update and the expedition came out 2 weeks or 3 weeks later. So I don't know why you wouldn't just release the expedition at the exact same time, since the expedition is meant to give you the introduction to the new material. Yeah, okay, get the thing about Remnant. Actually, I'll just pull it back up real quick. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I'll have to go and reset everything in OBS. So it's just the highlights: Gravitational Coil for the multi-tool to move piles of industrial waste accumulated on planets. You get to deck out your Colossus with a variety of off-road wheels, cabins, paint finishes, technologies, and more. Install flatbed module in the Colossus to transport large quantities of waste and process your haul for rewards. And then time-limited expeditions staged in the sands of a single planet. So they're making it that you're not leaving the planet, you're staying there, you're driving everywhere. Let's see, new game, Expedition 21 Remnant, 5 weeks remaining. So yeah, we may dive into that next week, possibly. I think that might be a good, take a little reprieve from this and, you know, just see what it is. I mean, if it's a single planet, I don't have to go flying all over the place looking for stuff. It happens on a single planet, which is what it said there. I feel like we could be able to do that in maybe one live stream, maybe not, I don't know, but we got 5 weeks for it. So Timmy has just, you know, he's so exhausted he could barely move. Isn't that fact? Yeah. Oh, look, you give that face. That face. I swear, I'm going to figure out a better camera spot for you, Timmy. It's going to be like right here. Right in your face. And they put one there that just watches as you move and just follows you wherever you go, because you want to avoid it. All right. Well, it's been a slow chat day, but that's fine. We'll just... yeah, I think we'll probably try to do the No Man's Sky next week since it's active. But we're going to ahead and call it for the day, for the weekend. So, everybody, Timmy, come here. I'm going to get you. Yeah, I'm going to get you. Come here. Say goodbye. Tell Timmy goodbye, Timmy. Yes. Say goodbye. Nope. All right. So, we're going to call it. Have a good rest of the day. Good rest of your weekend. Be safe this week. And we will see you next time.